Hello there and welcome back to Hydroponics Daily, your go-to podcast for everything soilless cultivation. I'm your host, Dr. Russell Sharp, the founder of Utrema Limited. And recently I got into a bit of a Twitter spat with a Irish organic livestock farmer who was saying that all hydroponic crops are lacking in micronutrients and artificially flavoured. And that was absolute nonsense. He claimed that you can't measure micronutrient levels very easily in food, which is absolute nonsense. You can use a method called atomic absorption spectroscopy, which is found in most university labs and most commercial labs worldwide. And he was saying these crops are artificially flavoured, which is nonsense. They're not. But then I thought, could you artificially flavour them? Has there been any research done on artificially flavouring crops? And the answer is no, not really. What you find is that people have looked at modifying the nutrient levels, increasing the electrical conductivity to try and increase the Brix level, and reportedly improving sweetness, pungency, aromatic intensity for crops like tomatoes, chilies, strawberries. But the success varies widely, and higher EC can boost flavour, but it can also reduce yield and plant size. So probably not a good idea to do that. So you can manipulate the light in the environment, and there's a number of successes and failures doing that, but that's not really artificially flavouring the crops. So I'm going to move over that. I'm also going to move over environmental stresses, because again, that's crop steering, crop manipulation. That's not artificial flavourings. Could you add natural additives or biostimulants? There's no clear replicable data. Some biostimulants might claim that it enhances the flavour or the Brix content, the sugar content, seaweed extracts and humic acids. For our products that contain those, made from them, we don't make those claims, really. They're not really flavour-enhancing products. There's no substantial scientific evidence that hydroponic crops are being genetically or chemically engineered to contain artificial flavour compounds. And really, it's very difficult to do that anyway. Actually, the production of secondary metabolites like phenols and flavonoids may be higher in hydroponic systems anyway, because they might be exposed to UV light and things like this when they're not in field crops or greenhouse crops. So, field crops where it's plastic tunnels that exclude the UV. So there is that. Very rare do you come across a product that actually claims to affect the flavour. One product that does claim that is Botanicare Sweet, and it's sort of a finishing product, mainly for the legal cannabis sector though, and it's not primarily used as a flavour enhancer. It's more there really to provide magnesium, sulfur, carbohydrates, like a sugar type sort of bud, making it brittle's not the word, but what's the word I'm looking for? Improving the resin production, but it does contain some natural flavourings. So flavour variants are berry, citrus and grape, and these ester type compounds and polyphenols may contribute some antioxidants and may contribute to vigour. However, whether they actually do that is very debatable. If you look on Reddit, speak to growers, then it's highly debated about whether those compounds do that. So whenever you hear anyone say that hydroponic, vertical farmed, greenhouse veg and fruit are artificially flavoured, you can tell them that is absolute nonsense. There's no evidence to prove that, and even if we could do it, we probably wouldn't do it anyway, because it's not good look for farmers to do that, to produce artificially flavoured fruits and veg. People want naturally flavoured plants, and a hydroponically grown strawberry is tasty enough and as good as a field-grown one, because people haven't noticed that most strawberries are now hydroponically grown and not grown in the soil. And there was not a big, riot when that happened. Okay, that's been Hydroponics Daily for today. Hope you liked this episode. If you did, please give it a like and a review on Apple Podcasts. Make sure you click follow to make sure you don't miss an episode. And at the very least, check out utrema.co.uk, because while we don't produce products that change the flavour of crops, we do produce some amazing fertilisers, biostimulants and organic biopesticides that you will not find anywhere else in anyone else's portfolio. They're all unique to us, made in our units in Midlands of England. Okay, until tomorrow, thank you very much for listening, and goodbye.